We know about the cap guns that fit 22LR and the 3D printed cap gun that uses the flintlock method, which is about 17th century. Now, it is upped by 100 years. It's the 18th century, which is break action, which uses a custom caliber. The .003 Link, which is a obscure measurement system, I think. Here's how the bullets look like. This is just for props. It does not shoot. It uses one of these air gun ammo type things. Or you can just go like this and you have a bunch of bullets that you can just have. No, 22LR will not shoot because the striker is a bit too weak. That doesn't mean you can't have fun with a bit of 18th century gunness. I will give you an example of how it shoots. You literally pull back and shoot it just like that. It makes a little nice pop. Sometimes there's sparks flying out from the top here. Now, if you want to, you can print it or carry on watching the video and I'll explain the challenges I had with making it, some of the design choices, and so on. I added this dust cover, which covers the internal mechanism, which I'll remove in a moment. I will also note that there are little lugs right here, which lock it in place. I originally, when I was designing this, when I shot it, the barrel was about this much up after shooting it, which obviously you don't want that. So I made it so that first the lugs engage, and when it's locked in place, like here, it's not fully out, but it's locked in. It can go further and then it actually hits the primer. There had to be a lot of sanding for this to be decently smooth. It's not the smoothest, but it's smooth enough to where you can pull it back, it locks in, and you can press the trigger. The whole design uses M3 screws, and here's just a little cover. It's very simple. And then the mechanism, the actual tension arm and the release pin is very easy. It's literally just spring loaded. It wants to push outwards, pull it back, and it wants to clip in place because of the spring being pushed in place, and then you can shoot off the action. Don't note that without this dust cover, you can see right here, this thing fell kind of out of place. The dust cover is there just to not make it go too far out, but the line is quite fine because if it's too closely against the other plastic, it won't go far enough to actually reliably shoot. But if it's too far, then it goes finger. It's not a mad tolerance. It's just like don't screw it completely full and just enough to get it reliably to go off and on. You can see how the slit is looking. For the actual spring intention, I have an older revision to show. You put the spring into here. It uses this one right here, and I used two of them basically merged into each other. I pushed it in piece of metal to kind of push it in, and then there is a blocker that you put through the bottom, and then it should stop at the top right there. The screw is a M3 by 10mm, which you just screw directly into there. Just screw it all the way, and that should perfectly go in. For the bracket right here, it's literally just an intermediate bracket. You first screw the bracket onto the handle, then the handle you can screw. These use M2.5s by 5 or 4mm going into the body. You can kind of freeball it. It doesn't matter too much. Here is the actual cut design. You can see right here how everything looks like. .033 Link, which is 6.6mm if you're curious on the outer diameter. The inner diameter is 4.6, bit bigger just for the rounding of 0.2mm nozzles. And here I can make this part a little more transparent so you can have a look through it. For the circle, it's actually just a little bit off. As you can see, here's where the hole is, but here's where the center hole is for here. It shoots the primer a bit more reliably if it's on the corner, as instead of it hitting in the center, which is where there's literally nothing, it hits kind of in the corner. The 3MF and step files are going to be on Thingiverse. Next version, I'm hoping to make a magazine for this to be fed from the bottom, and then it'll be semi-auto and not break action like it is right now, but it's still pretty cool, I'd say. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully this was entertaining or useful to you, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now.